Hello, YouTube! I am Fangirl Steffi, and I'm here to introduce you all to my OC, or pony Sona, Diamond Ruff. I'll be using her in all of my future videos to represent me. Since I am a female brony, or Pegasister, I knew I needed a pony to represent me in the fandom. So, to get started, I asked myself a question. If I was born in an MLP world, what would I be like? Right away, I already knew a few things. One, I was going to be green. Green isn't just my favorite color. It also represents me as a person. The color green means growth, which I am always trying to do as a person. It's a warm color associated with nurturing and the earth. My mother has always said that I was a nurturing person. I always want to take care of someone. Lastly, it's a unisex color, unbiased to gender or race, which I always strive to be. Secondly, I wanted to be part zebra. Zebras are my all-time favorite animal. At first, I was thinking of half zebra, but I knew my mom would be an earth pony and my dad would be a unicorn, so I went with what you see now. Thirdly, I knew what her name was going to be. Now I know what you're thinking. How could you know your OC's name right away? Now, usually whenever I create an OC, their name is the last thing I figure out. But this time, it just hit me like an all Alicorn Magic Princess Twilight magic blast. I just knew it right away. Now, my pony Sona's name is Diamond Ruff. It's a play on the phrase, a diamond in the rough, but with rough spelled as rough as in a dog's bark. I purposely changed rough to rough for a reason. That reason is that I am meant to care for animals, which is why I am taking a vet assistant course. And I used that phrase, a diamond in the rough, because that's what my mother always told me I was ever since I was little. Diamond Ruff is a pony who grew up in a family that was as normal as a family could get. She has a mother and a father, an older sister and a younger sister. She took a lot after her father, being extremely quiet with major anxiety issues, but she was taught to always keep learning and trying to improve herself. Her anxiety is a lifelong struggle, but in her last couple years of high school, she has managed to bring her anxiety issues down to just a minor problem. Growing up, she has always been too afraid to do many things. She always only had a few good friends and some acquaintances she knew. She's been teased during childhood, but she never wanted to make a big issue out of that. That's because she had a big family and friends who love and care about her so much and get very protective of her. So she would never try to cause conflict for the other ponies' sake. She always tried to blend into the wall and try to be overlooked. Then, when her hero and a friend of hers died, she went into a deep depression. Then her beloved family pets died, her parents divorced, her older sister had a baby at a young age, and then another a few years later. Then her older sister got into the wrong crowd, becoming a druggie. Diamond Ruff had to move from her hometown because of how little money they had. She struggled to stay positive and not think bad things. She calls these years of her life the dark ages. She doesn't really like talking about them. A big rift has formed in her family because of these times. But in her last couple of years of high school, things have finally began to pick up. They continue to be mostly good, with the occasional speed bump here and there. When her life started getting back together, she met her special son pony. Diamond Ruff got her cutie mark very late in life, at the end of high school. It was actually her therapist that suggested she get into the veterinary field. Diamond Ruff has always loved animals her entire life. Her hero also has a lot to do with animals, saving them and teaching about them. Her cutie mark is a stethoscope with a paw print on it, meaning she is meant to be caring for animals, but also that she is a great listener. She listens to another's heart and their feelings. Diamond Ruff also loves to learn about her family history. She is proud of her heritage, especially the fact that she has zebras on both sides of her family. She has never met zebras and doesn't know any zebra aside from Zakora, but she would love to learn more about them and their culture. And no, she doesn't talk in rhyme. She has a generous spirit and is a bit of a people pleaser. She can be somewhat of a perfectionist and can overthink things at times. Diamond Ruff is still learning how to better express her feelings, especially when they are hurt. Diamond Ruff is sensitive to how others feel and how it affects her, which is why she doesn't like crowds. they can really overwhelm her. But she's working on handling them better. She can now usually last for a decent amount of time before she wants to leave. She doesn't really do much magic and usually does things like an earth pony would. That's how her mother taught her, since her mother is an earth pony. Her mother relies on her just as much as she relies on her mother. Diamond Ruff has always had to be the responsible sibling of the family. So currently, Diamond Ruff is working on getting into the veterinary field, growing as a person, or pony, and working on making her dreams come true. She is reconnecting with her family that have finally re-entered her life, clean, I might add. Any questions, comments, or rude remarks, leave them in comment section below. And as always,
good night, everybody.